to Definite Hearing. Let's talk about 4 tips to communicate in the car for hard of hearing people. My name is Emily. I created Definite Hearing as a way to increase awareness for the deaf and hard of hearing. And as a hard of hearing person, I find it really difficult to understand what people are saying in the car. This applies to me when I am a driver and when I am a passenger. I hope you stick around to the end of this video because if you do, I'm going to share a gadget that I do not have that I really want to get so that I can better understand in the car. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Your support means so much to me and encourages me to continue making these videos. Thanks so much for your support. The first tip to having a successful hearing or understanding experience in the car is to position yourself to your advantage. To do this, you need to know what ear is your better ear. What ear do you hear more out of? For me, this is my left ear. My right ear has a more severe hearing loss. So therefore, it is better for me to sit on the passenger side of the car, whether I'm in the front or the back, because this allows my left ear to be facing those that are in the car with me. If your right ear is better, you may find that sitting on the driver's side of the car, whether you're driving or you are the passenger, helps you hear and understand better in the car. All right, so once you are seated in the more advantageous seat to hear and understand in the car, the next key is to, number 2, let the passengers with you know about your hearing loss and how they can help you. I recommend finding specific things that help you that they can do. And then when you are with them, you say, hey, because I'm hard of hearing, it will help if you do this so that I can better hear and understand you in the car. For example, I usually will say, I'm going to take the passenger seat so that my left ear, my better ear, is facing towards you. It will increase my chances of hearing you better. Also, if you speak a little louder or if you just repeat yourself when I ask you to, that will help me better hear and understand what you're saying. This is a good example of self-advocacy. When you understand your hearing loss and things that people can do to help you, you can communicate that better to them, and all around that just reduces the stress of communicating. And it's an advantage when you're in a noisy environment like a car. All right, tip number 3 is to reduce the noise in the car as much as you can. For me, this looks like keeping the windows up, reducing the AC sound as much as I can. Some cars have noise cancellation and features like that. I do not have those features in my car, but I have found bigger cars that are off the ground are less noisy. I currently drive a tin can car that is very loud and close to the ground, but I don't have a car payment, so I love it. Now let's talk about some more that you can do to help yourself. Point number 4, leverage technology. So even though I have a really old car that's not very tech savvy, it just gets me from point A to point B, and I'm super grateful for that. The cool thing is I have hearing aids. This is the first set of technology that I like to leverage. I like to turn on my noise reduction settings. This allows me to reduce the sound of the road and the just background noise that you experience when you drive in the car. I can also turn on a setting to focus on speech. This further increases my chances of hearing and understanding in the car. So reduce the noise with your hearing aids, focus on the speech with your hearing aids, and leverage your car's Bluetooth options. If you'd like to listen to music when you drive, use your phone to zip the music straight to your hearing aids. I like to do that when I use maps and directions. It's hard enough to try to hear someone telling me directions in the car. I typically just have them type their address or where we want to go into my phone, and it zips to my hearing aids. I love that because there's less confusion and I am able to drive to where we need to go. Really, it helps me feel more independent. I am so grateful for cool technology. Now, as a passenger in the car, I have used transcription apps to better understand the conversation going on, especially in a dark car in group settings. That is when it is really helpful. I will say a dark car is a whole other level of hearing difficulty, not just because of the road noise, but because I'm totally missing visual cues in conversations. So I found that transcription apps help, and for conversations, I love to use the app Otter AI. So there are 4 tips to better hear and understand in a car. Which tips did you like, and would you add any of your own? If so, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I do my best to answer every single comment, and I look forward to seeing your tips in the comment section below. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video. A gadget that I really want to use and leverage is the Resound Roger mic. I used to have one of these, and unfortunately I lost it on an airplane. The reason I want this device is because when I am driving, my son typically sits in the back and he has a rear facing car seat. He speaks really well, but unfortunately in the car environment, it's almost impossible for me to understand what he's saying because of the road noise, background noise, and the lack of visual cues. And I will also add the lack of context. Usually when we're in the car, we don't have an ongoing conversation. He just points something out that he's thinking about or that he sees. And with that lack of context, it makes it extremely difficult to know what he's talking about and respond accordingly. So unfortunately, in those situations, when I don't know what he's saying and he's tried multiple times to repeat himself, I just have to say, I'm so sorry. I can't understand what you're saying, but it's important to me. So when we get out, I want to know what you said. And he's actually really good about remembering and usually gets me up to speed when we are out of the car. With a Roger Resound mic, ideally I could clip this mic right to him and it would Bluetooth the sound straight to my hearing aids, increasing my ability and chances of hearing it. How cool is that? And I will also say I have used the Try Hear amplifier device. It has a remote mic, and for this purpose, it can totally work in this use case. Unfortunately, I can't share it in this video because I actually gave it to a loved one who benefits from it frequently. So I might just have to get another Try Hear, or I think I'll just take the money and invest it in a Resound Roger mic. They're super expensive though, so we'll see if I do that. Do you have any questions for me? If so, I would love to hear in the comments below. Have you seen any other cost-effective remote mic options? If so, I would love to hear in the comments below. I think it'd be really cool to find a remote mic option that I could use with my Resound hearing aids. The Try Hear device, I have to take out my hearing aids, put that in, but then I can't really hear other things, and being in the car, I like to kind of hear everything. Unless I'm the passenger on a long road trip and I just want to listen to an audiobook or songs. I will say that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Stay strong, stay amazing, and have a great day. Bye.